How's it going, Life Center Kids leaders? Happy Halloween. This is your banana pastor here. Excited to communicate what's coming up this weekend for November 2nd and 3rd. Should be a fun weekend, but trick-or-treating is coming up. So I hope you guys are getting a chance to experience a little bit of Halloween joy. We get to go out with our kids tonight and go trick-or-treating. And one of the things I love most about Halloween is that we get to, as adults, partake in all of the wonderful goodies that our kids bring to us and filter through their bag and pick out all of our favorites. Oh, wait, you don't do that? That's just me? Okay, well, I guess I'm a bad parent. Anyway, I'm working on myself. I'm working on my banana self. Anyway, the weekend we have coming up, we are going to be talking through. I'll get out of this costume real quick because it feels weird. We're going to be talking through a new series called Survival Skills, and we're going to be emphasizing the topic of spiritual disciplines. So, what are spiritual disciplines? That's a great question. Spiritual disciplines are things that we practice that help us grow in our relationship with Jesus. It's so many different things that we could identify as a spiritual discipline, but for this week, and for the next couple weeks, we're going to highlight some of the major disciplines that are traditional and just are the foundation for what it means to have a relationship with Jesus and implement these disciplines into our life. So for this week, our first topic is on prayer. And how we grow in prayer and how we grow in our relationship with God are almost synonymous. How we grow in our prayer life is a response to how we grow closer to Jesus. We're going to be talking about how prayer is like a compass, how it guides us and directs us in the path towards Jesus, and how it keeps us focused on the right direction and where to go. Prayer connects us with God. And so regularly it directs us back to what is true north and where we need to be headed. And prayer is also a model. We see this in Scripture, in Jesus' teaching in the Sermon on the Mount. He points us to a model of what it means to pray to God. He uses the Lord's Prayer to give us a structure for how to pray and how to live in our faith. And so we're going to be looking at that prayer. We're going to give kids a very practical tool to help them learn what it means to pray in their own lives. 5 things, 5 little steps. Hopefully there'll be a way that we can teach this that will remind them of what are things that we can go to and default to in our seasons of prayer. And those 5 things are back, up, in, around, and forward. Back, up, in, around, and forward. One more time. Back, up, in, around, and forward. And all 5 of those things give us a structure for how to pray. So I'm not going to go through all of them right now. They're in your small group sheet. You guys will have a chance to look through what those all represent in our prayer life. But this is one of the big things I wanted to emphasize, because our big question is this: do you think that prayer has the power to change things? It's a big thing. It's a big question. It's our big question. And our response to that is probably yes. But why? Why is it yes? As believers, we believe that prayer has the power to change things because prayer has the power to change us. First and foremost, that's why God gave us prayer, to change us and to impact our hearts and to help us to see how much we need God. That is one of the most important things about prayer, is it reminds us of our need to go to God with everything and the importance of that relationship. And so prayer can change things because prayer can change us, and that's so huge. So that's what's coming up this weekend in our lesson. Just a couple of additional things at the end. Just real quickly wanted to re-highlight. I've been going over this for the last couple weeks and I've been putting it in the email, but we have a leader bio for you to fill out if you are interested. It's optional, completely optional, but it allows you to have a way to connect with the kids, to learn a little bit more about you, and also have a way to connect with the parents by sharing them a little bit more information about who you are to further a conversation. So if you want to do the leader bio, please click on the link in the email and then send me a picture so that way I can place that picture in your leader bio. I'm excited to see. It's probably going to take a little while passing these out for there to be some follow-up conversations, but I'm excited to see what happens as a result of those. And the last thing is we finished groups registration 2 weeks ago, and so I'm finalizing right now all of the registration information, so that way you guys will know who registered for your groups and who is being added to your groups, so that way you know just in general who is in your small group. It's hard to connect with all these kids, but just having a list of names to identify will really be helpful for you guys in going forward into this year with which kids have signed up for your small group. All right, so that's coming up. Thank you so much for leading kids well, for doing what you do. You guys are incredible. Happy Halloween. I'll talk to you guys this weekend. See you later.